it's Aura and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. And today we have a custom bullet journal order setup, and it was for the month of April. And just a quick disclaimer, this setup is in French, so if you can't read what's on the screen, that may be why. And as always, if you want to see all the close-ups of the spreads, you can find them at the end of the video or at the time on the screen right now. So this custom bullet journal order was filmed in during the summer, actually, because I got the order during the summer and I had it to be done before school started in August. So this one was done at home. If you watched some of the other one, they have been done in the hospital because I had to be hospitalized during the summer, and I was fortunate enough to have a single room where I could actually work while I was there. So if you have seen those videos, or if you don't, actually, you can go and watch them. I will have the playlist in the little E up there. But this one is for April and it is dragon theme, and I was overjoyed when she gave me the theme that she wanted. The way it works for those custom order is I just basically give out a list of themes just to give like some inspiration, and if they want anything else they can have anything they want as long as I feel capable of doing it. The only thing that I actually said no to was like a clock theme. I don't know if I can really explain it, but it's basically really geometric, and I'm really bad at that because I don't actually see straight lines. I have some troubles, but basically she just chose dragons, and I had a phase when I was younger where I didn't draw anything else than dragons for a month, so I was overjoyed. And the color scheme that I chose is black and navy blue, which I just am in love with now that I did it. I honestly am so happy with how it turned out. But for the cover page, I just wrote April, and the A, I added a dragon off of it, and I just loved it. Like, I love that idea. I love that I even had it. And then now we are already onto the cover page. Sorry for the calendar spread, I can't talk. And I just did this box layout with a box at the left, upper right corner of each boxes to put the number of the day. And I just use my Tombow dual brush markers for the blue, for the navy blue, and then I used Uniball eye micro pens for the lines. There are my favorite ones. I just would say if you like those, please be careful. They do smudge if they used with a ruler, so be careful with those. That's why I use the micro and not the fine one anymore, because the fine one had a tendency to smudge a lot more. And if you're interested in any of the supplies I used, I will have them all linked down below. And the journal is a Lutrum 1917, which is really different from the one that I use for my own personal journal, and I have never worked with this brand before, so I was really surprised for the quality of this one. I actually loved it, so I was super excited to work with it. For like the end of the year, I had really the hang of it by then. And what I did for the decor of this calendar spread is I just wrote April in cursives, and then I just did two flying dragons kind of on the side, and they were not like complete, they were like cut off from the page, so like they were flying off of it kind of. And honestly, I just think it looks really cool, and for most of the spreads I just did put them in this shadow-like feel, just because it was a lot easier to draw because of all the details and stuff. I did do like some small details, but because at that point I was kind of running out of time to make those, I only did a couple times a more detailed dragons, as I did for this spread, which is the habit tracker, which is made to track 5 different habits with those little calendar style boxes, and there's just space for each day, and on the top there's the initial of each day of the week, and then a line of color to put the habits that wants to be tracked. And then at the top of the page, the title is actually daily check-in if I translate it. And at the bottom on the right side of the page, I did a dragon that is actually more detailed. I only did the outline though because I didn't have time to do like all the shadows and stuff like that. So I did it super simple, but also like that's like the dragon that I used to draw on my notes when I was younger in school. I would always do that at the bottom of my pages when I was doing my exercises. So it brings back a lot of memories, and I'm glad to say that I did improve a lot since I was doing those. If I find the pictures of one of the dragons that I made that I am kind of taking inspiration of, that I did, I will put it on the screen. I don't know if I will find it anymore because it's probably been 5 years, but I will try because I used to love doing that kind of dragon. And then we are onto the mood tracker, and what I did for this month is dragon eggs. I basically just did scales on the eggs, and each scale is for 1 day. I did 2 eggs, but some of the scales actually don't have a number because I would have had not enough, like I wanted it to look pretty, and 1 egg wasn't enough and 2 was too much to have all the days, so I did cheat a little bit on that. And then I did this kind of like nest thing. It's supposed to look cute. It did look kind of weird. And at the bottom there's just a key made to have 6 different moves. And yeah, I just did this kind of nest thing. It doesn't look the best, but it was okay. And then we are already onto the playlist of the month, which is a spread that I did for every single one of the month except for the last 2 because I was running out of pages. That's the actual thing that I had a problem with while doing those custom bullet journals, is that I only did like a journal for the whole year, and for mine I do multiple journals. I usually need 2, and I go to the end of both. And the problem that I run with custom orders is that I only have 1 journal to fit as much spreads. So for her special spreads, she chose mood tracker, habit tracker, and then playlist. So that's like the monthly things that she chose to have. And then there's obviously like the weekly spreads. And as you just saw, there's also a homework page, which I never showed in my actual setups because it's not really interesting. It's basically just a title and columns for each thing. There's like assignment, like the name of it, which class, which date, and if it's done, so it's kind of boring. So for this weekly spread, for this specific setup, I think I only added 2 of the weekly spreads because the video was so long, and as I said, I was running out of time to actually make the journal, so I did do it off camera just because it was easier, but it is in the close-ups at the end, so if you're interested in those, you can still find them. And they will also be on my Pinterest, which you can find in the description box down below if you're interested, but it's basically just OAS life. So basically I just did this box layout with the 5 days of the week and then 2 smaller ones on top of each other for the weekend. And on the left side, at the bottom there is a space for school and just a flying dragon on the right side. I kept it really simple. And then for this last weekly spread, I did an event section on the left with the name of the week at the top, and then just a line for each one of the days to put the name of it. So there's 6 of them, and then there's a longer one. The last one is longer because it's for the weekend, and then I didn't do it yet, but on top of the dragon I will add later another line for school. And then I did a dragon sitting on the longer line of the weekend. I just thought it was really cute how I did it. I loved it. I would 100% do that for my own. Also, something I didn't mention about how I make those videos, no, not those videos, but those custom orders, is that I basically just sketch it out in pencil first. I send it a photo of it, and then I get approval, and if I have the approval, I basically just do it afterwards in pen and pencil, in pen actually. So yeah, that's how I did it, and I just ended this spread by doing the dragon, and I was in love with this spread. I loved it, and if you want to go check out the other ones, they will be at the end. And yeah, that's basically the end of this video. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more. You can go check out my other social medias down below, and until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!